Commonwealth Clash. Logan Wagner and Cory Day from the front row. Brent Marks and Tyler Courtney in row number 2. Row 3 is Anthony Macri and Cy Lynch. Row 4, Jacob Allen and Skylar G. And on row 5, Spencer Bayston and Brad Sweet. 6th row is James McFadden and Justin Peck. 7th row is Casey Kahne and Zeb Wise. 8th row is Rico Abreu and AJ Flick. 9th row is Tanner Thorson and TJ Stutts. 10th row is Cody Bova and Ryan Smith. And then from the B main, Cory, Eliason, Emerson, Axsom, Brennan Crouch, and Chris Windom. Lernerville Speedway. We got them racked. We got them stacked. Let's go racing off at turn number 4. We are green. Off and running in the feature event as Cory Day takes the lead down the back straight to the inside of Logan Wagner. And Cory Day is going to lead lap 1 of the Commonwealth Clash. Wagner in the 2nd spot across the line. Brent Marks runs in 3rd. Tyler Courtney's 4th, and Cy Lynch has the 5th spot at the completion of the 1st lap. Cory Day going to be tough to catch up to. The winner of last night's feature got one off the track. We got some contact, some calamity over there, and we've got some damage to Rico Abreu's car. Caution's going to have to come out as Abreu has got some severe damage to the front end of the Moody Sales number 24 car. TJ Stutts with an issue as well. He takes his car to the work area, and then Brennan Crouch is stopped on the back straightaway. So it is about to be a busy rod end supply work area. At least 2 cars there already, and we anticipate the number 1 of Brennan Crouch going there as well. Tony, what do you got down there?
Rod end supply work area picking up already. TJ Stutts brings the 11 in. Rico Abreu comes to a stop. Crew chiefs were grabbing me early, letting me know they see fuel leaking out of the Rico Abreu Racing number 24. They've got Kenny Canada from Kubota Island Racing on site, as is MedStar. They're getting ready to put flame retardant down as Rico gets out of the car. But you should also expect to see the 11 of Brennan Crouch, the 1 of Brennan Crouch make his way into the rod end supply work area. Rico, thankfully, up and out of that race car. As you can see, officials from MedStar going to work. Behind Rico, we got one more car pulling in. That's Cody Bova, the highest finishing local from the Don Martin Memorial Silver Cup back here in July. As they continue to pay mind to Rico Abreu's car, we'll check in here with Bova. He's got a right side Nerf bar knocked in and actually dragging on the front of the right rear tire. The tire is not down, there's no cut in it yet, but they need to get that Nerf bar off, so there is not a cut that would cause that tire to go down later. And now finally, Brennan Crouch, the driver from Lubbock, Texas, brings his number 1 in. Heavy front end damage. The nose wing completely destroyed, the brackets broken, and the nose wing with damage itself. As far as we can tell, other than bumper damage and a new nose wing, Crouch seems to have no other issues, as TJ Stutts still sits in the work area, and they pay a little bit more attention to Rico Abreu's car. All kinds of crew members here jumping in. They're gonna have to pull that front bumper out just a little bit to get the nose wing off of Crouch's Carbon Safety Technologies number 1. Tyler Ransbottom, Rizzy, trying to get those mounting brackets off the lower end of the front of the frame clear. They're gonna need to reinstall those mounting brackets, Chase, and get the new nose wing on. They've already got the old nose wing off. Now it's going to become, can they still possibly use those old mounting brackets? No, they're going to have to completely remove those. And they're also going to have to replace at least a left front shock on this car. They're paying no mind right now to the right front. No, actually, check that. I think the shocks are both good. No, they were just retightening those nuts and bolts after having to break the old nose wing off. So they've got the new nose wing ready to go for Brennan Crouch. That'll be the only repair down here in the rod end supply work area.
Well, Cody Bova makes it back out, and that is big because, as you mentioned, Tony, he was the highest finishing local the last time at the Silver Cup for a $500 bonus. That bonus is up for grabs again. Patrick and Lorraine Sand offering $500 to the highest finishing Lernerville local. Abreu just got sideways in the corner. Rico Abreu just lost the handle on the car, did not have contact from anybody else, and collected the other 3 drivers that we just talked about. Stutts at his Lernerville Speedway debut is not going to have a good finish. He had a good night. I mean, he qualified pretty well, made it through the heat race, and was looking to start. He started up there back there in the 18th position, and now he's going to finish this one off either 23rd or 24th in the final rundown. Cory Day is the leader with 2 laps completed, 38 to go. Corey Day already a pretty big payday to his career this year. The $100,000 win at the Gold Cup Race of Champions. Trying to add $50K more to this one as we are going back to the green flag. Coming back to the green, we're underway once again. 3 wide for second. Off the restart there is Logan Wagner. Is going to look inside of Corey Day. Tries a slider. Doesn't get there in time. And Day maintains the race lead. Brent Marks coming to call now. Looking at the 69K of Logan Wagner for the second spot. Off of turn number 4. Wagner still has the position. Big wheel stand off the corner from Lynch. He still hangs on to 5th for now. Racing for second. Side by side. Off of turn number 2. Brent Marks is going to take the spot away from Logan Wagner. So Brent Marks is now up to second. Brent Marks takes the second spot. He's up on the bottom of the racetrack right now, and you see the 14 of Corey Day on the very, very outside. So 2 distinct grooves being used by your top 2 as Cody Bova pulls the 20B car into the infield. His night is over. 5 in and 35 to go. Still a very long time for Corey Day. Brent Marks, Logan Wagner, Tyler Courtney, and Lynch continue to be your top 5. Cushion not nearly as built up in turn 4 like it was last night for Corey Day. And he's about to be on the same straightaway as slower traffic. His lead has grown significantly, though. The last time by was 2.6 seconds over Brent Marks. Marks now takes that M&M Painting and Construction 19 car to the outside in turns 3 and 4 in his pursuit of Corey Day. That time by, he was 2/10 slower, so Corey Day continues to extend the advantage. First car he's going to encounter at the back of the field is the 1 of Brenham Crouch, the 6 of Ryan Smith, and the 27 of Emerson Axsom. Corey Day absolutely sawing on the wheel on the cushion in turn number 2. Day now encountering the back of the field this time by in turn number 1. Most of them are on the inside, upside down in turn 2, right in front of your race leader. I believe that is the 13 of Justin Peck. It looks like Justin Peck from our camera angle here on Flow Racing, and that brand new paint scheme just has not had very good luck for the Buick Motorsports team. They debuted it at Tulare Thunderbolt Raceway in California. The very next night they got upside down. They brought it back last night here at Lernerville, and then the very next night they get upside down again. Justin Peck was running 16th at the time of this incident. That car is way, way off the racetrack over there in turn 2. As MedStar, Kubota Highland Racing, and Lernerville Speedway officials all make their way over there to check on Justin Peck and make sure he's okay. And we are receiving reports that Justin Peck is out of the car. He is walking around. Justin Peck in turn number 2 is over there talking and walking, so good to hear that from him. And so they'll try and get that car picked up and cleaned up so we can get back underway here with the Commonwealth Clash. We're getting a look at it here on the Flow Racing drone as far as the damage goes. Tony, you got anything for us?
Just that Justin Peck did confirm with me that he is okay and declined any opportunity to talk, wanted to get right into the ambulance. Eventually, that'll take him back to the pit area. But Justin Peck up, out of the car pretty quickly. He is okay.
All right, thank you very much, Tony. So you could see a little bit of the damage there on the Buick Motorsports number 13 car as they get the tow truck hooked up to the back end of him. We've got a replay coming up here on Flow Racing. It'll be from our Flow Racing drone. The drone is sitting in the 4th corner. You're going to see Peck from the diagonal angle here on the opposite end of the racetrack here. He's on the top of the track right there, just gets sideways, bikes up, and does a pretty vicious barrel roll right there when he set the car back down. So the cushion, as you could see right there, is built up pretty significantly, enough to get Justin Peck to bike up and then go over.
Basically, the point is, when he doesn't have mechanical issues, Rico Abreu almost always finds a way to get his car back up towards the front. Again, can't remember what happened at Riverside at the ditch, but Rico Abreu, when he can finish the races, he always finds a way to make the most out of his opportunities.
Certainly does. You got to look at the Frozen Farmer pick pint right there. Drivers go either inside or outside of that pick pint. Whichever lane they choose is where they will restart for this upcoming double file start. We're coming back to green this time by Corey Day and Brent Marks. Does Marks get aggressive here on this start? We're about to find out. Back underway. Into turn number 1, Mark's going to look low on Cory Day for the race lead. Off of turn number 2, Cory's still going to have the lead. Mark slots into the second spot. New change for third as Tyler Courtney's gotten by Logan Wagner on the restart. Moves Sunshine up into the third position. Oh, James McFadden gets pushed over the edge of the banking. Looked like him and Anthony Macri had a little bit of a scuffle right there, and McFadden's going to fall way out of the top 10 now. Now back around the outside of Zeb Wise. He will regain the 9th position down the back straightaway, so McFadden going to have to try and fight back if he wants to get back up there in the top 5. Cory Day trying to win back-to-back races with Highland Racing here tonight. Absolutely picture perfect right up against the cushion here at Lernerville. Jacob Allen off the bottom of turn number 4. Move Jacob Allen up into the 6th position. As I say that, the 5 of Spencer Bayston chops him into turn 1 and takes that spot right back away. Now McFadden fighting back. McFadden's already gotten back by Anthony Macri. McFadden has a good car. Now underneath the Jacob Allen, he takes that spot back away. So James McFadden with the issue earlier on with him and Anthony Macri fighting back into that 7th position. Tyler Courtney closing in on Brent Marks, the race for 2nd. Brent Marks not letting Cory Day get nearly as far away as he did the last time on the long run. This time, Bobby, 25 laps to go. And Cory's car looks absolutely stellar right up against the curb. Day, once again on the same straightaway as the slower traffic. Catching up to the 6 of Ryan Smith, the 1 of Brenham Crouch, and the 8 of Cory Eliason. Most of the top 10 relatively single file in their respective lanes. A lot of guys around the bottom, which is going to be good for your race leader. That is Cory Day. Brent Marks definitely took some time out of the lead that time by. It's now under 1 second, 0.996. We got a car off the track on the back straightaway. It's AJ Flick. He brings it back on, but the caution is red. We got a red flag, red. It's your race leader, it sounds like. Your race leader, Cory Day, has just crashed in turn 2. Wow, and look how far his car went off the banking there. It sounds like maybe a rear end problem for Cory Day when he went into the corner. And we'll have to take a look at the flow replay when it is available. We are now going to wait for word from Highland Racing MedStar officials down there to make sure that he is okay. We also have an open red flag condition, so now all of the crew members can come onto the racetrack and make adjustments to the cars. They can do about everything besides change a tire. So all the crew members can come onto the racetrack for this open red flag condition and make adjustments to their cars. But once again, the red flag is out for your race leader, Cory Day. And Cory Day is out of the car. Cory Day is out of the car. Helmet is off. And so Cory Day is sounding like he is okay. We see him on our Flow Racing drone right now walking around. He was leading. He led the first 17 laps of this race here tonight, looking for that 8th win of the year with Kubota Highland Racing. And unfortunately, going to end with him nearly into the trees down there, Tony.
Cory Day, huge ride. Your race car is as far away from this racetrack as it can get. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Looks like rear end just snapped there. So, yeah, definitely unfortunate. Lucky to be all right after that one. Like you said, I'm a long way out here. So, yeah, not sure what happened. Showed no sign of braking before it did. So, yeah, it just sucks.
Cory Day out of the race car and okay. That's the most important thing. But guys, look at this all the way down on what looks like to be, you know, perhaps an access road or a trail of some kind down here. And Chase, if you remember during the opening of the show tonight, I stood down on the inside of turn number 2 and talked specifically about how drivers don't want to have an incident anywhere at the Lernerville Speedway, but especially not over turn number 2. And I think that's so much about how quickly the banking on the outside that props this racetrack up drops away from you. Cory Day is every bit of probably 15 feet below the top of the curb that he was ripping around the top of here with just a few laps to go left in this A main event. He's out of the car and okay. His race car, however, is not.
Certainly isn't. Now, before we get to a flow replay, race fans, get your 50-50 tickets out right now. It's a red ticket for the 50-50 tonight. The winner's share, $3,900. $3,900 going to the winner of the 50-50 with a red ticket. The number is 675-534. 675-534. Once again, red ticket, 675-534. You have won $3,900. And man, look at the damage on the car for Cory Day. It sounds like potentially, as he said, a rear end problem, maybe a wheel issue. We do have a replay coming here on Flow momentarily to try and see what happened. And we'll see what happened to Cory. Goes into the corner, runs the, oh my goodness, I think the axle just broke in half right there. I mean, it looked like the tire, the axle was still connected to the wheel. And we'll see here again. Yeah, you can see that like silver part in the middle of the wheel. I'm guessing that's the part of the axle that broke off there. Man, did he go for a wild ride outside the track over there. I was watching a battle a little bit farther back in the field. Sounds like the Flow Racing guys got that live. And so good job by our camera guys. But man, you could see right there, that thing just sheared completely off. And that car is going to need some serious TLC if it wants to make it back out for Eldora Speedway next weekend for the Four Crown Nationals. So that'll shake things up at the front of the field for sure. That's going to put Brent Marks to the race lead. Tyler Courtney now be promoted up to second. Lynch in third. Logan Wagner fourth. And Spencer Bayston will be in fifth. James McFadden, Jacob Allen, Zeb Wise, Brad Sweet, and Anthony Macri will be the top 10 on this upcoming restart. As the open red flag is about to wind down here, so the crew members out there on the track, make sure to wind down. It sounds like a bad radiator. The radiator went out on the 71 car for AJ Flick, so that is why that car has worked or made its way back to the pit area. So let's see the replay here one more time and see if we can see maybe where it lands at. The right rear for Cory. It might have just went right out there in the woods and headed off to Grandma's house here as Cory went into turn one and then right about bam there. And that thing, yeah, there's no way it didn't go out into the woods. It went straight out there and into the trees. So Cory, big ride down there. Glad to see that he is okay. The Frozen Farmer Pick Pint is back on the racetrack. You can see it right there by the flag stand. Once again, the drivers go either inside or outside of that Pick Pint. Whatever way they choose is where they're going to restart the race, either on the bottom or the top. Sometimes you'll get some guys that think their car runs a little bit better, just like that. Jacob Allen, he likes his car on the bottom, so he's going to follow the car right in front of him to take that bottom lane, that being James McFadden.
You know, Chase, 6 days ago after the Tuscarora 50 at Port Royal, Brent Marks made a lengthy Facebook post that now has over 450 comments about what he thought of the state of sprint car racing. He said that he made that post because at the end of the day, all he is a fan of this sport. Lynch has a lot of fans. If he could go back-to-back with podiums here at the Commonwealth Clash, this place would get pretty loud. It
certainly was. As it's getting loud now, we're back to green flag racing. Brent Marks around the bottom. Lynch going to take advantage of a misstep right there from Tyler Courtney. Takes the second spot away. Courtney fight back to the outside, but the 42 of Lynch is now up to second. Lynch into the second spot. Tyler Courtney back around on the outside, but Lynch has the spot at the start-finish line. James McFadden now closing in, looking underneath the 5 car of Spencer Bayston in turn number 1 as make that Tyler Courtney back to the outside of Lynch. Courtney's car very good off the top of the racetrack. Back to the outside of Lynch down the front straightaway. Good race for second. Lynch keeps his car pinned to the bottom. Now misses the bottom right there. It's going to cost him the 7BC of Tyler Courtney back around the outside to maintain P2. Lynch going to take that car right back to the inside, slips it up through the middle, and Courtney's got the spot across the line. James McFadden, and we've got a caution. And Brent Marks is a flat right rear tire. Brent Marks, flat right rear tire. You do not want to be leading this race, I'll tell you that right now, as Cory Day has a mechanical problem. The 19 of Brent Marks now has a mechanical problem, and he will surrender the race lead and head to the rod end supply work area.
Brent Marks cuts the hard left off of turn number 2, wheels it backwards or up against stream in the rod end supply work area. They've already got the jack underneath the Murray Marks Motorsports number 19. They're waiting to get the wheel cover cover and the bleeder off and out. Rather, the wheel cover was off, bleeder now out. Clinton Boyle's quick with the wheel nut wrench. They'll jack the 19 up. It's a quick swap here of that now deflated right rear Hoosier tire. Quickly, Brogan from Ridge & Sons Racing has the new and inflated right rear Hoosier tire on. They'll spin the nut, they'll hit it with the wrench, make sure the bleeders are in. The wheel cover will come back on quickly. Fudd back off of injured reserve to help his Murray Marks Motorsports team. You see all the guys jumping in here to help, and it's a quick in and out of the rod end supply work area for Brent Marks, your one-time leader of this race.
Well, the leaders, both leaders in this race, having problems. And now that's going to promote the 7BC of Tyler Courtney to the top spot with Cy Lynch to the outside. James McFadden is from 11th to 4th now. And we remember, could we see a replay of the battle at the Silver Cup between McFadden and Courtney, which ended in both of their races coming to an end when they got together entering turn 4. McFadden is on the charge. And so we still have 18 cars on the racetrack as Marks will take his spot back there next to Ryan Smith. We are halfway through this race, 20 in and 20 to go. An opportunity here, potentially, for the hometown kid, just 30 minutes away. Cy Lynch. Can he get by Tyler Courtney? Coming back to the restart zone. We're back underway. Courtney with a good jump, makes his way back to the inside turn 1. James McFadden to the outside, looking for the third spot off at turn number 2. McFadden gets together with Logan Wagner. Close call there. They both keep on going. McFadden's up into the third spot. Cy Lynch to the inside, looks for the race lead, but Tyler Courtney maintains it. He leads lap number 21. Cy Lynch back to the bottom in turn 1, now runs the middle. That car was so good last night, very late in the race. Can that happen again for him here tonight? James McFadden, just like he did at the Silver Cup, right around the inside hub. Brad Sweet making his way forward as well. Logan Wagner, big slider on Spencer Bayston, makes his way by for 4th. Bayston back to the inside, now Sweet's going to try and take advantage. He'll move into the 5th position. Brad Sweet's up to 5th with a big slider on Logan Wagner, but Brad Sweet's up to 5th. Brad Sweet up to 5th, and now working on the 5 of Spencer Bayston as Tyler Courtney tries to pull away from Cy Lynch. Tanner Thorson underneath of Zeb Wise. Move Tanner Thorson now up into the 7th position, started way back outside the top 15. The Ron Gross Motorsports car is up there as the 42 of Lynch keeps his car pinned to the bottom. Does the 7BC of Tyler Courtney see him and start to move his car around the racetrack? Cy Lynch off the bottom, side by side for the race lead. Tyler Courtney still maintains it, 15 laps to go, and he does. Courtney goes to the bottom, misses the bottom. Cy Lynch to the inside, can't take the race lead away. Oh boy, it's getting good. He's in proximity for a slider, but we going off the racetrack. We will stay green. It's Logan Wagner, we stay green. Tyler Courtney, Cy Lynch with a duel for the ages for $50K to win. Tyler Courtney still with the race lead down the backstretch. Tyler Courtney keeps his car on the top. Cy Lynch off the bottom. Shows the nose to Courtney. James McFadden lurking back in the 3rd spot. Lynch noses the head, but Courtney still got the lead off the corner. Traffic is going to be a factor by the end of this race. This time by 12 laps to go. For Tyler Courtney, can Cy Lynch pull off one of the most popular wins in the history of Kubota Highlander Racing? Cy Lynch around the bottom, keeping pace. 5 car lengths separate the top 2. McFadden might be slightly closing in the catbird seat. Traffic is in both lanes. Skylar G on the bottom, Brent Marks on the top. Last time by, your race leaders running nearly identical lap times. Lynch around the middle, shows the nose once again, but Courtney maintains the top spot. 10 laps to go. 10 laps to go. And Courtney trying to not make any mistakes on a huge cushion here at Lernerville. First car he will encounter is Skylar G. Looks to his outside off of turn 4, cannot get by the slower car quite yet. 9 laps to go, and Lynch is still right there. Courtney down to the outside of Skylar G entering turn 3. Cy Lynch has got to try something else. He cannot get by the 99 car. He's on the bottom in the lane that Cy Lynch is using. And here comes McFadden. McFadden within 2 car lengths of Cy Lynch for 2nd. Lynch through the middle. McFadden might have him off of turn number 4 right now. Side by side for second off of turn 4. Lynch still has it. They once again go wing to wing. Lynch is trying to move his car around to get by the slower car of Skylar G, but the problem is Tyler Courtney's already gotten by Ryan Smith. There's now 2 cars between your first and second place machines. Tyler Courtney, nice and smooth. You can tell he's taking a little bit easy on the entrance to turn number 1. To the outside of Cory Eliason. Gets by him. Lynch has gotten by G. 5 to go for Tyler Courtney. Lynch now to the outside of Ryan Smith. He will get by him off the second corner, but he's almost a half a straightaway behind. Sunshine with 4 to go this time by. Cory Eliason, the slower car between your first and second place drivers. 3 to go next time by. And Lynch is losing ground when it comes to the lap times. Tyler Courtney to the outside of Brenham Crouch. McFadden is getting held up by the 6 of Ryan Smith. Meanwhile, Tanner Thorson has entered the top 5 in the Rod Gross Motorsports 88 car. Thorson started back in the 17th spot. He's into the top 5. 2 to go signal for Tyler Courtney. Everything else pretty straightforward behind him. Back straightaway. Coming to the white flag, 1 lap to go at the Commonwealth Clash. Tyler Courtney trying to make his way by the 9 of Casey Kahne. Enjoying a 3.1 second lead over Cy Lynch. Back straightaway and in 3 and 4 for the final time. Tyler Courtney is going to survive tonight at Lernerville and win the Commonwealth Clash. Tyler Courtney gets it done at Lernerville. Second goes to Cy Lynch. Third to James McFadden. Fourth goes to Tanner Thorson at the line. And Spencer Bayston ends up in 5th. How about it? $50,000 going to Tyler Courtney here tonight. He gets the win at the Commonwealth Clash. Second to the 42 of Cy Lynch. Third to 83 of James McFadden. Fourth from 17th for Tanner Thorson. And 5th goes to Spencer Bayston. Brad Sweet 6th. Jacob Allen 7th. Emerson Axsom from 22nd to 8th. Zeb Wise 9th. And then Chris Windom 24th to 10th. 11th was Anthony Macri. 12th Logan Wagner. 13th Brent Marks. 14th Casey Kahne. 15th Brenham Crouch. 16th Cory Eliason. 17th Ryan Smith. 18th Skylar G. Final car on the racetrack. Cory Day, AJ Flick, Justin Peck, Cody Bova, Rico Abreu, and TJ Stutts. The rest of the finishing order as Tyler Courtney has cleared the scales and he is headed towards Whiskey Myers victory lane. He's out of the race car, fans. He's got the Hoosier Tire neckband, the Sunoco Race Fuels checkered flag. He's about ready to climb on top of the NOS Energy Drink 7BC. Your winner of the Commonwealth Clash. It's Sunshine Tyler Courtney. Win number 6 on the 2024 campaign, and his first one since King Speedway back in California. He's going to be a happy guy down there, Tony.
Yeah, he's going to be a really happy guy. He's probably going to be a sticky guy here in a second if Jake Argo ever gets the cork out of that bottle of champagne. All right, I think we're okay. He can't figure that one out, at least not right now.
We haven't won in a while.
Hey, not that bad. King Speedway back in California, but on that note, the West Coast swinging, really Tuscarora, not what you guys wanted. So what does this mean for you guys, and does it signal a return to where you are so comfortable?
Yeah, I think so. Like I said last night, these guys just, they never gave up. They never put their heads down or nothing, and it's just...
There it is. There it is.
It's, this is such a not really a relief, but just a great thing for our team. We talked about it even when we were struggling a little bit, that it was, you know, next time we win is going to be even sweeter. Just knowing that this stuff isn't easy all the time, and it can turn on you in a second. And you know, we went through about almost a month where it was a struggle night in and night out, whether it's our fault or not. It's just it's racing and it's how it goes. But to take 50 grand out of here tonight is good, and maybe a little bit of redemption from the earlier race here in the year where I felt like we had a chance to compete for the win and just didn't quite work out. And yeah, I can't say enough about my guys, man. They're just relentless, and everyone at Custom Marshall Racing, NOS Energy Drink, Eliason Custom Trailer, Spire Motorsports, just an awesome night, man.
Earlier in the pits, Jake Argo echoed Lynch's thoughts, independent of each other. They both said that last night was good for their teams because it was uneventful. Tonight's feature was anything but uneventful. Cory Day flips while leading. Brent Marks loses a right rear while leading. I don't know if that made you nervous about taking over the lead of this race, but what I want to ask you is, this is the 4th Saturday in a row where Kubota High Limit Racing teams and drivers are competing for $50,000 or more. What is life like chasing a championship with High Limit in 2024?
It's awesome, man. And yeah, that feature was anything but boring from my vantage point, at least. Because even, Cory crashed and then Brent got a flat, but then I feel like, Cy was giving me everything he had on the bottom, so I had to really get up in the seat and try not to screw up on the curve and get up over it. I've seen a lot of guys do it on videos here, but just awesome to be a part of High Limit Racing. And yeah, to race for that kind of money this many weeks in a row is just, says a lot about where I think we're trying to take the sport here at High Limit Racing. And yeah, I think we're just getting going here at High Limit Racing, but just excited to be a part of it on the ground level and see where we can take it.
As your 6th win in 2024, you know how this next part goes pretty well already. But as a high roller, any time a full-timer wins in 2024, an angel donor, a wonderful individual who has stepped up once again with High Limit Racing. They did this with the All-Stars last year, so you know about it from there as well. But you get to send $1,000 of an angel donor's money to any charity because you won tonight. Which charity are you choosing to support?
Today's champions, my buddy Ben Hodgen and his family. It's a foundation that raises awareness for autism, and they do a lot of great things. So today'schampions.org is where you can go and look and check them out and donate yourself. So thank you to the angel donor once again for doing this. This is awesome for us as drivers and teams to really give back to charities that we care about. And just thank you. And thank you, fans, for coming out. I hope you enjoyed it. I think this place is one of the better tracks we come to on the circuit, and it's just a lot of fun.
And finally, in a few days, we're going to head to Eldora Speedway, a place you know pretty well. Every time I've ever seen you race there, you've picked up the checkered flag, or at least one checkered flag, sometimes more than that. What can we expect from the 7BC next week in Eldora?
We definitely got confidence, momentum rolling on our side into there, and we were a little off during Kings Royal week there, but I think we've found a lot of things since then on our race card to be better when we go back. And yeah, we get 2 nights there to hopefully add another 4-crown victory to my list.
For the 6th time in 2024, your winner with Kubota High Limit Racing is Sunshine Tyler Courtney. Now, he's trying to avoid the champagne sprays there from Ron. Tyler should be thankful I'm so wide because Jake Argo could not penetrate my back in attempts to spray his driver with champagne. Sunshine goes from 4th to the win here tonight. A second place finish. Last night, you started on the inside of the front row. Tonight, not nearly as easy, coming from 6th to run 2nd against a very talented field. How much different was tonight?
It was a lot different. I mean, the track might look the same, but in my opinion, it raced way different all night long. And, truthfully, I really didn't feel good in the heat. I mean, we didn't hot lap well. We didn't heat race very well. And the dash didn't feel good, and we made changes. And thankfully for the A, we felt the best we did there. And, just hats off to my guys. They busted their butts. And, all these guys, they're friends and family. I mean, it's crazy, what we're able to do. And, I got to thank Motorsports. All-American Framers, everyone that helps us get up and down the road, Diesel Property Management. Chad will freak out if I don't say that. And,
oh, you don't want Chad to freak out.
No, but honestly, it's, we are the underdog team, and, it's really fun there battling with Tyler. He's, the best in the country, and, it shows. I mean, and McFadden as well, I knew he was breathing down my neck, but, to get to race clean and hard with these guys is, it's a dream come true, so hopefully we can continue.
I think your mom nearly chewed her fingernails all the way back to the knuckle. You got all this help here this weekend. Zane's normally your only guy. Why don't you enlist a few of these guys and come racing full-time next year? What do you say?
Yeah, they all have full-time jobs, so if anyone's ready to retire and come out on the road, then maybe. But no, we just, we do what it takes, and we call ourselves the farm team, but, we make it work. And thank you to the fans. I mean, the sprint car racing, getting a 2-day show and getting to put on this big of a purse, and all these fans make it possible, and we appreciate it.
From 6th to 2nd, that is Lynch. Peep Uncle Chad over there with the Mr. Magoo eyeglasses. Chad Hill, ladies and gentlemen, as Lynch goes 6th to 2nd. There we go. James McFadden. Brother, you're supposed to be by your race car. We want to show off that beautiful Roth number 83, but we'll talk here anyway. From 11th, I want to make sure I got that right, 11th to 3rd. So passing all those race cars. Was that any fun out there?
Yeah, I'd go 11th to 5th, and then every restart I'd drop back to 11th and, have to battle our way back. But Roth Motorsport guys gave us a really good car. Got a hole in my right rear, probably 6 or 7 to go there, and started struggling. I thought we had a good car till that point. But, yeah, Mobil 1 Toyota was fast tonight. It sucks starting 11th, but, we got up there. So congratulations to Tyler and Si on a good win, and we're happy, mate. It's tough to come and pass those guys. So, yeah, thank you to Dennis and Teresa, obviously Toyota, Mobil 1, everyone involved in our team. My guys are working really hard, and it's good to repay them with a third. It sucks, man. I think I've run on the podium every one of these big pain races, and we just haven't got on the top step. So there's a few more left. Hopefully we can do it.
That's James McFadden, your third-place finisher with son, Maverick McFadden. Maverick's ready to go scrape some mud off that third-place race car. He gives him a wave. How about it for Maverick McFadden? His dad, James, goes 11th to 3rd here tonight. Lynch goes from 6th to 2nd. For his straight second-place finish here tonight with Kubota Heilemann Racing. That's his career best with the series after a 5th-place finish back in June at Lucas Oil in Missouri. And, of course, your victor for the 6th time here in 2024 Sunshine. Tyler Courtney gets it done. The Indianapolis, Indiana driver stands on top of the wing.